All right, the Houston Texans get a flurry of good news as we hit the stretch run of the season. You get one of your linemen back, plus a couple other things that I think you got to really be excited about if you're a Houston Texans fan. If you're new to the channel, we are Detroit Lions fans, but we have this channel talking about teams that just kind of get overlooked by the national media. Texans are one of our go-to teams on this channel because you get overlooked. You're in the AFC. Everyone's kind of looking at the Bills. There's always this real good AFC team. You're kind of good, but just that second tier down. People don't pay attention to you. We've been on you guys for 2 years now. So make sure you subscribe if you're a Houston Texans fan. Okay. Let me know in the comments also, Houston Texans, who on the current team doesn't get enough love that you love watching? Is it, gosh, Mixon? Is it? Let me know. Just the non-obvious one. You can't say Stroud, but somebody on the team that just kind of gets overlooked. That you're you know what? I watch every single game, and this dude just plays his butt off. Let me know in the comments. Okay, here's the first one. You get Kenyan Green back. Now he's not expected to start this week, but it's a great depth piece. Get him back. Geez. You see around the National Football League, you're losing guys left and right. So it's great to see that there's a guy that you guys have depth, and you know it's hard to find these guys this late in the season. So to have a guy coming back is really good. Having Green back provides ample depth. The Houston Texans needs some stability with Juice Scruggs out with a foot injury suffered before the bye week. Before the injury, Green had been struggling. So it's not oh, baby, premier, lineman. No, but it's a starter. This is a guy, again, provides depth. That's good news number one. Again, there's so many injuries out there. It's crazy. Okay, good news number two is that your coach says that Mixon's ankle is fine. He should be okay. So one of the things that D'Amico Ryans had talked about this week is whether or not Joe Mixon was good. Is he not good? So he missed time with an ankle injury caused by a hip drop tackle earlier this season, but he avoided the same fate on Sunday. He left the game early, but is able to return, and that it didn't get any worse overnight. Ryan said he's going to be fine. So this is big because you're just avoiding those long-term. Here's the article right here. You're avoiding those long-term season-ending type injuries. And why this is important is because it's fine, dude, take the rest of the regular season off. We're in the dance. We'll just see in the playoffs. We need everybody. Let's stay safe, stay healthy. That is good news number 3, if you're keeping track. The AFC playoff picture, for as competitive as it is, it's pretty much set. You're looking at it. Texans are in. So you got to be pumped about that. They're not going to catch the Chiefs. So it's all right, are you going to be the 2, 3, or 4 seed? And why this is great is because you can, I guess, right? It matters because 2 plays 7, 3 plays 6. So right now you'd play the Ravens. So I guess maybe you want to avoid them, play the Broncos or the Chargers, but I mean, it really doesn't matter at this point. You're not going to get the bye, and it's all set. So I think you got to plan accordingly, and this allows you to do that. You're not fighting for a playoff spot or what if we can get that one seed bye. No, it's you're in, let's go. So again, you look at that. We kind of went through some scenarios. The number 3 seed. If the Texans don't win another game, they're the 4th seed. This is great news. Do you want to win games down the stretch here and go winning into the playoffs? Obviously. But my point is, you're in the playoffs, and that's what it means to clinch. Everyone knows, I know you're not dumb, but I think this is really good news to be able to go into the stretch run knowing it's kind of set, and it is what it is. So as you go forward in these next games, and we'll look at it here, we'll pull it up real quick. It's okay, let's just kind of see where we're at and have some fun with this. At Kansas City, let's go win and beat those guys. Let's go. Baltimore, Tennessee. So you got 2 difficult games, then an easy game to close it out. That's on the road. You also know that you've got this gauntlet of games where you're playing Saturday, then Wednesday, which is just wild. But look, all eyes are on you on Christmas, and it's going to be wild to watch that. Christmas Day football, I can't wait to see that middle of the week. So you still got a lot to play for and a lot that can go well for you to finish out the season. Again, if you look at the macro of the Houston Texans, you get a new coach and a new quarterback, and immediately you're in the playoffs and you're in the mix. And I think you can't overlook that. You're playing meaningful games late in December, Christmas freaking day. You are playing a huge game against the defending Super Bowl champions, a meaningful game that's just like, all right, let's find out where we're at. They're trying to hold on to the number 1 seed. You're trying to improve your seeding. You're already in the playoffs with 3 games to go in the AFC. So I think what happens is we get so caught up in want to win every game. Every team wants to win every game. We get that. You're not going to be able to do that. So it's like, can we get into the playoffs, win the division, have a home playoff game with our young quarterback as you're only going to get better? So here's why this is so cool. You look at it. If you look at the top needs going into next year, your top needs actually match up to who's available out there. Let's take a look. One of the things you want is you want a defensive tackle. Kenneth Grant from Michigan would be the ideal pick. He's projected to be kind of that 15 to 22 range. You've got certain guys that you could add to this defensive line. Interior offensive lineman. This is huge. The Houston draft investments haven't paid off yet. Kenyan Green is certified bust and unplayable at this point. Well, he's back, baby, and we'll see. Like, let's just hold on. We'll see. Juice is limited. He's out right now. So there's just like, you got to get that interior offensive lineman going. Safety. See what you can do there. But look at these late round stuff. I love when I see some of these names. It's like, man, this is why you got to draft well. If you can draft well, you can knock it out of the park. So my whole point is we can go through that. It's not time to look to the future. But the whole point in showing that is you've got the coach, you got the quarterback, you've got skill position players, you've got running backs, you've got enough, obviously, to make runs now, but add to that before Stroud hits his big mega deal. You've still got a couple years window. So it's like, just enjoy this. It's awesome. Lions, Texans, hopefully we can meet again. That would be awesome. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, especially if you're a Houston Texans fan. We talk a lot about you, and we'll see all of you on the next one.